Hello there, my name is Valerie White Williams, and today I'm talking about Mars in the 10th house. So the 10th house is the house of supposed career. I don't like to think about that because not everybody has a definition of a career, but really the 10th house is the house of your legacy, what you will be remembered for and what you are doing to help humanity. It doesn't have to be a really big deal, but it could be a small deal because, your legacy is what you're sharing to the world and humanity. That's really your legacy. So it doesn't matter whether you have a big career, you're famous, or you have a humble presentation with the people that you work with or you go to church with or your neighbors, because some people are stay-at-home moms, some people don't work, some people are disabled. It's not about the career, it's about the legacy you give to people around you. That's a better way to think about it. So Mars is the energy of the physicality. Sometimes traditionally they've taught it's going to be your male energy. I don't really like to gender the planets, but the physicality, your physical presentation is in your Mars and how you have that approach. And so obviously if you're in the 10th house, you are very likely to be very busy in your career or your job or your legacy. And so you might be, say, a coach. You might be a coach that trains kids and you're a sporting coach. Or you may have a job where you are actually active in your career, like your work in the, say, national parks, or you do other sorts of physical, maybe you work as a landscaper or a builder. You definitely are using your entire body to do things. You might be a coach to help people work out. So this has been an interesting video for me because my husband passed away and he was the classic Mars in 10th house person. He was a professional drummer and he started drumming when he was a mid-teen, and he was playing professionally when he was out of high school. He has been a whole career as a drummer. And of course, drummers are very physical. Not all instruments use the whole body, but the drum set does, because the drum set's playing on cymbals, you're playing the snare drum, your legs are going with the pedals, very physical. So, and he was an Aries. He had an Aries Mars. So super action, super powerful, super driving. So Aries has that drive. I'm going to make something of myself. I'm going to do it. So it's not only in fact, Aries is in the sign of the rulership of Mars. So it's double impact, whammy. I'm going to take charge. I'm going to use my body, and this is what I have to do. So Mars with a different sign would probably be different. So like with Pisces, it could be that you are a dancer. So it'd be a little bit more of an artistic, more of a flow, because Pisces is a water sign. It is watery and it's mutable. It's more sensitive. There's still that physicality there. And let's say Libra. So Libra, you might be a ballroom dance instructor, or maybe that's your love, because here's the deal. Again, it's your legacy. It's not always going to be about the career, but something that you have a passion for that you're sharing with others. And so Libra is, cardinal air, and you're going to dance and still have that sway, but it's going to be with other people, because Libras have to be with other people. Aries is single-minded. And Aries is cardinal fire. I don't care about other people. I'm just going to make my way. So let's talk about Virgo. Say Virgo in the 10th house is probably going to be using the body to organize. You might be a professional organizer. You go into people's homes and you're helping them sort, or you could be a house cleaner. You're using your body, but you're making things clean. You're making things organized. All right, so let's do one more. We're gonna do Leo. So Leo in the 10th house is fixed fire. So Leo is fixed. So that fixed energy wants that attention, and you're radiating some energy between. So could be something that is more still but powerful. Like you could be a skier or a surfer or something that still brings this physicality, but it's not going to be, it's like that Aries, but it's going to be a little bit more, not really reserved, but there's a fixed quality. So that physicality is radiating strength, and I want to say control, like you're in charge. There's I'm in charge energy. So you could be the boss or the main person in charge of your career, and you're actually supervising everybody. And then you're using your body to supervise, but you represent the company, and your physicality is overbearing in that place. And I don't mean overbearing in a bad way, but it's like it's your thing. It's your baby. All right, so I hope that helped to think about Mars in the 10th house. So if you have Mars in the 10th house, you probably know you cannot sit behind a desk. That is not going to work for you. You need to have a job that gives you some energy. In fact, I thought of another example of Leo is being a welder, because welders use fire, and you're doing these fiery things to make things be powerful, and that's a very physical job. So yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're doing like a trade, that could be also, but it could be other places where you're walking around and you're supervising. Lots of things like that. So that is the 10th house with Mars. Please let me know, you 10th house people, if that resonated with you and makes sense. And knowing that Mars is in your 10th house, you know you just have to be active. All right, so thanks for the likes, shares, and subscribes, and don't forget to subscribe. And also, I want to let you know of my free group called Creative Soul Alignment, and that's for people that are interested in spirituality and creativity. Because here's the deal, we are all creative, whether you know it or not, because you are creating your life every day. And you're also spiritual because you are spirit animating through the flesh. So yeah, we are creating our world as we speak. In fact, we are creating a world that's working for all of us. So right now we have creepy overlords that are unelected and telling us what to do, but we are here on this planet to create a different world. Not a world with those guys, the parasites, but a world that works for all of us. And once we visualize that and come into agreement worldwide, we are going to change that. So keep that in mind. All right, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.